Hey guys, welcome to Simplify DB Talk. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can do database deployments using Visual Studio 2019 and SQL Server. When you open Visual Studio 2019 very first time, you will see this screen. From this screen, you create a new project. So you select this option. And there are several project options available for you. So in this video, I'm going to create a database project, so that I'm selecting the database project. And there are two projects. I'm going to create SQL Server database project. So select this one and click on next. Here you can give any project name you want. In my case, I'm going to give AdventureWorks 2017 as the name, and the location as the D drive root directory. And place solution and project in the same directory option is selected, and hit create. This will create the database project, and it may take few seconds to create it. Right, project is now created. Since this is empty project, I'm going to import the database to this project. So you right click on project title and then select import and then select database. So you have to select the connection here. So I have already established the connection. So you can connect to that instance, SQL Server 2017. This is in my local server, localhost. So hit connect. So it connected the server, and then you can have several options, settings you can select. I'm going to go with default options and click on start. So it may take few seconds to import all the objects of the database into the project. It is importing the objects from the database. So you can see from the right side, so all these database objects are getting populated. Once the database is imported successfully, you can publish this database to a different server and by creating a different database. So let's see how to publish this database project into a server. So right click on AdventureWorks 2017 project, and then you have publish, and before publish we will build the project. So select build, and it build the project. The build is succeeded, and then you select the project again, right click on it and select publish, and we are going to publish this database to a server now. So here under target database connection, so you can select edit, and you can create a connection to a different server where you're going to publish this database project. So in this case, I'm going to create a new connection. My server is in localhost, so I enter the server name as localhost. Select the authentication. In my case, it's SQL Server authentication, username and the password. So I just select remember password. So here you can see what are the databases currently existing in that server. Here you can publish the database to the same database if you want, or else you can create a new database and publish. So I'm going to switch back to Management Studio and create a new database, and then publish the database into that new database. I'm in SQL Server Management Studio now. We're going to create a new database here. Create database, AdventureWorks 2017. Let's call it dev2. Execute the statement. It's creating the database now. Database creation is successful. Let's switch back to Visual Studio 2019. Now we are going to make a connection to the newly created database. Click on edit. Database is already, the connection is already established. And you can, if you want, you can test connection. Connection is succeeded. Click on OK. So now the connection is established. Publish completed successfully. Now switch back to Management Studio and see whether that database has any objects now. I'm in Management Studio now. I'm going to the Object Explorer. Just refresh. You can see the database we just created. And let's go and see whether it has any. Yes, it has the objects now. So database successfully published. You just basically created a database using database project in Visual Studio. Now let's see how we can make changes to the existing database project and then publish those changes to the database, target database. I'm in Visual Studio 2019 now. Let's go to the Solution Explorer and let's try to do a database change. I'm going to create a new table under this DBO schema. Under these tables, let's try to create script. And there are several user scripts options you can select: post deployment script, pre-deployment script, script build, script not in build. So I'm going to create a script which is in build. So you can give the script name here. Let's give this as new table. I'm gonna add it. You can see that SQL file is added to the project now, new table. Here you can write the create table statement to create that table, new table. Let's add some columns. Let's save the file. You're not going to execute this as we do in Management Studio. So new table. Now we are going to publish. Now we have a database change which we created newly, and then we are going to publish this database again. Before publish, we can build it. Build succeed, and then going to publish. Again, you need to make a connection to the target database. In this case, our target database is -dev2. Okay. Click publish. It's getting published now. May take few seconds. Publish completed successfully. Now let's switch back to Management Studio and see whether we have that newly published table in the database. New table. Yes, the table is there, which means the newly created database table is now published in the target database. So likewise, you can use Visual Studio 2019 to create database project to manage database deployment to different databases, different servers, and also different environments. So in my next video, we will see how this the internally how it works. There's something called DAC pack, which creates by the Visual Studio 2019. The database deployment happen by using DAC pack file. So we will see that in detail in my next video. Thanks for watching.